So, figured I'd be leaving this little graduate, and it's not for Richard Martinez, and it's not for whoever else abused and used the situation for their fucking glory. It's the idea that, I'm old, almost 40 years old, and I wasn't allowed to go to school, and I got raped, and I'm infected with HIV. And my review of this whole situation of going through this is still very boggling. I think it's also because it seems like a lot of people just take it as an amusement theme. And I don't know if it's because they lack amusement parks here in this areas or the state of Poland, or the country of Poland. But it wasn't a very good experience having the people that kept on antagonizing the situation, and I knew what they were doing because they keep running their psychological shit. And this was a long time ago. It was a long time ago that this stuff happened, and how so many people died in such excruciating ways. One of the things that this guy said is that these people would they would drop excrements onto the bunk beds where they would shit because they couldn't control their bowel movements, and they would fall to the ground, and they would have a job. Someone would have a job where they would be scooping up feces and then put it in a bucket to dump it outside. And it was one of the best jobs here to survive. I'll probably take a walk here around the outside of this, but I really wanted to go to school, or at least do another career to get away, to do other things and live a different existence. I don't really know how much credit of any of this I have to say, because my father was in World War II, but there's so much discrimination on being placed against me, what career choices I choose, and how they condition me, and how this is about classic soul, and this, a lot of this behavior that they were exerting was because they wanted inherited to Ken and Sarah Cooper, because Richard Martinez is, I think that's his last name, but I know his first name is Richard, is that this piece of shit was trying to fight me while I was trying to go to school. And when you go to a place like this where people are just fucking butchered, I mean, this is the famous scene that they have in the movie. It's hard to grasp it, like all these people would have been lining up just for extermination in huge mass numbers. And there's so much of this is a practice to excuse to whatever the fuck they had done to me to get away, and because this is a glory trip. I'm the one that got infected. I'm the one that was threatened and harassed. I'm the one that was, and I wasn't playing a guilt trip so much because they wanted this huge fame trip. But I got raped at a fucking college and targeted, and I wasn't even allowed to choose another career. And this is all about how micro-resuscitated me, and they do all this, everything about so much of the most important factors. Micro-resuscitated me. Ken Cooper is the white German hero. He's just now picking up the trash, and they do these psychological shit, and most, feeling sorry for Patricia Gardina. President Barack Obama has a transgender daughter. Let's all feel sorry. Let's kill Hector. I don't know why they didn't kill me. I don't know why the fuck the president just didn't fucking assassinate me or have me killed. He could have made it look like an accident or an excuse, just like the whole transgender thing and all the people that were harassing me, stalking me in the LGBT community. They could have killed me a long time ago. It's very bothered by it, just so much human life just gets thrown like huge mass numbers. You know, they used really much of this visit here in Poland, in this visit to the Krakow, or visit to this Auschwitz camps, and turning it against me. It really wasn't very much of anything else. I watched concrete and what used to be crematories, what used to be barracks, what used to be people being butchered. Um, but that's really what it was about. It didn't feel as pleasantly educating as I was really looking forward toward. And they're using these exchanges because, you know, just because I got infected and raped and nobody, and there were so many team members that did this to me, doesn't mean that, you know, Michael Rossiter and the white supremacy can't get away with it. You know, this is a prejudice situation, at least in the U.S. It is. It's still, and it still is here. But it's nothing I can do about it. Really wanted to go to school, and it wasn't because, oh, I couldn't DJ or whatever. It really wasn't because of that. It was really looking forward toward another career, and they took everything away from me. You know, the ideas that I could choose a different career and live a private life to get away with so much of what they were doing to me and other factors of that. Now they just applied, because Richard Martinez is going to look like the fucking hero, and so is Patricia Gadina and the person that was right next to her, which could have been Cisco's sister. I have no idea. Because they're going to look like the heroes that this, just like that fucking faggot fucking said over at the Magic Time Machine. He goes, no se la vas quitar. And he's talking about, we sent you to church, you see, and then you give a prayer, you go to GED, and oh, it's because he was Jesus. No, it wasn't because of that shit. I initially wouldn't even gone to that fucking church or done anything. But you don't understand that they set this whole situation up, and they're always covering it up. My life is so worthless and disposable, and that's exactly what they fucking did. Nobody went to prison for that shit. You know, Miguel rapes my fucking brother and does this shit to my mother and doesn't spend a day in jail. Oh, but I had to spend close to 4 or 5 months in jail with just tickets because I wasn't obeying the law, because I was driving without a license or insurance, huh? No, that motherfucker over there had insurance, didn't he? It was nothing but the gay community. And it's so upsetting because they're using my mom's identical twins to turn them against me. And they shouldn't have a representation of my mother. That's not my mother. They should not have a stronger representation because I'm her son. The sons always, you know, the sons and the kids always go before the brothers and sisters, just as my dad did, just as my mom did. My mother wouldn't have disposed of me to help her sister aunt, Lupe. You know, if she had choices to make, who she wanted to dispose of in the life circumstance, she wouldn't have chose me. She would have chosen, you know, her sisters. But apparently, that's not the case. Wanted to move to a different country. This is definitely not going to be one country I'm going to be moving to, nearly in most cases. Goddamn motherfuckers. And Michael Jackson. I met Michael Jackson. It's just fucking nothing but a curse. So there you go, huh? Got this little cap there, you know, for Marissa Miranda, huh? Never can have children. Just waste away. Much like everything else. All the way to Poland just to come here. So many of these fucking queers and faggots did this and got away with all this shit. Stole my dad's house, all this fucking shit. I got nothing. They just put me to work and just took everything. Changed the stories. There's so many topics I want to talk about, but I can't even remember all of them right anymore. I can't remember much of it. That's what you get for being smart, huh? Watching my sister. Nobody said, oh, we feel real sorry for your sister just being dragged around like a rag doll. We're going to give you a college education degree, a scholarship, yeah? What did I get from that? No, it went right over to Sarah Cooper. That's what it went. Now Richard Martinez is looking like the holy grail of Jesus Christ because he led me to get raped, and then that's how he infused the glue with Jesus Christ. I should have had the freedom of religion, and I have been used like that. It's just an instrument to abuse. I know what I'm saying. Don't trust her twins. Don't trust her fucking my mother's twins. If number one is to find out, if they're lesbians or not, and they would have set everything up. They would have burnt my mother to the fucking ground. They would have claimed, no, we claim her decisions, we claim her money, no, we claim the decisions she has on behalf of you, and all this other shit. Got people all over the place stalking me. Got all the people spending fortunes of money, millions of fucking dollars to control me and confine me. Not allowed to live any kind of privacy, go to school. Not go to school, start a new career to get the fuck out of that shit. I don't want to be associating, with filthy motherfuckers that have demonstrated what the value of human life by this type of behavior. It's all I feel sorry for. You got 70, 80-year-old fucking men. You got much time left. Damn, they burned everything to the fucking ground. You buy me another pack of cigarettes. That's what I get for taking care of a veteran, huh? God damn. My sister's just another one of these people that just exterminated. I'm sure they're waiting for me to walk all the way down there, resembling Classic Soul, or I'm going down the street, from way down the street to his house or some shit. Anyway, I'm probably gonna go back and head over to the gas chambers and take a look at the crematories, the ovens that they cremated all the people in. It wouldn't let me work out, and it wouldn't let me do a lot of shit. Cover up Ken Cooper's homosexuality and all the fucking bisexualities motherfuckers have. This is not very pleasant. Maybe one day I'll return. Maybe make the walking distance. Or come on a different occasion and get a better educational tour. Everything was really complicated trying to book the 3-hour tour online. They made it, they're doing so many things. It's very difficult to make very simple tasks as I'm going throughout my day. As I'm going throughout my day. All right. It's just a critical past. It's so aggravating, the fact that I had done so much, and this is all about how the hero, because it's how I'm living every single day in this torment, has nothing to do with my decisions. Where people are engaging in frustration and hateful actions, whether it's psychology or not, that's how I'm living my existence in life. You know, let somebody drag your ass, you know, like my sister, in conversation. Like, let somebody taunt let somebody taunt you about the conversation about dragging your sister around in the way that I saw it, like Jason, whatever this guy's name was in Barry, Vermont. You know, this piece of shit motherfucker, you know, whatever money he's spending and excuses or whatever the fuck's going on. That's all it's for. It wasn't a pleasant one for me. Couldn't imagine how many people probably tried committing suicide here. I was very skinny growing up, never getting a lot of food. No, now it's because Richard's a Christian now and he does angel work. That's why he was crying for my dead sister too. Probably get something to eat. It's very unpleasant, you know. My mother didn't want to touch the child. They make this about how, you know, Ken Cooper stays in the background in this turtle shell. How Keynote is making ninja moves. How he's Keynote, like nobody knows how that was affecting me, and when exactly at that very moment, and not understanding exactly what he was talking about and what he was actually doing. When I look back, I know exactly what the fuck was going on now. No, it's about black niggas for hip hop with 50 Cent and Dr. Dre and all this other throwing up all over a fucking goddamn dress for a Keynote story. Okay, well, don't worry, we'll infect it with HIV, and then he won't be able to use his genitals or penis like normally, and then we give him Keynote because he's a transgender power. You know, I wanted to build my own house and build, you know, a career. This wasn't because I was pissed off. They think, oh, it's because you were just, it wasn't just because of that. Like, they're not allowing me to talk. They're not allowing me to use my brain. That's all they ever confined me to. They told me what I can't have. If I should bear the punishment of not having it, you should bear the punishment of losing your life or not having it either. You can die that way too. You got people like Dana White. Oh, glory trophies. Let's just help the granddaughter. Let's help do this, help that. Nobody gave me a goddamn fucking thing. They just stole all my shit. That's what I get for taking care of my father. God damn. Shit, if my mother didn't get it, no, it goes to the fucking damn twins. No. Nobody gets the fucking blame for all the people at my job sites. You know, whether Carmen knew or the people at my job site knew that my mother had identical twins. I think they did know, so they kept me busy and they kept my mind preoccupied. It doesn't matter because it's how people treat you, of what information they know and what platoon they go after. Racism, it doesn't exist for white people. It exists only for colored people. And just because someone is married to a white person doesn't mean that they'll get, treated, the same. Looks like they got some taxis. Maybe get a taxi, walk around this place, take a few laps. Think about my sister, how we just thrown into the fucking garbage, for somebody else's joyride and empathy story of gifts and how they get an afterlife coupon. Then they start exchanging intelligent words to say, fuck you. I can totally see, I've heard a lot about that, where a lot of people go into these museums and it doesn't feel like it, like really impacting in a way that to value your life, to value the career that you choose. I think this is a very beautiful place for that you can learn in life if you're kind of lost in what career choices you want to make and you're still very young, which is very important. Because whether you want to be a humanitarian of some kind, people, plants, or whatever, or it could trigger a lot of things to make your life more purposeful, so that you don't waste your life away much the way that I did. You can make a successful career choice and a good career choice. There's so many beautiful careers out there. There's so many beautiful degrees that you can learn. So, even if it isn't, a master's degree, even if it's not a bachelor's degree, there's so many beautiful careers that can really influence you to make the world a better place. And something that you really enjoy, something that that has a purposeful to God. If you're juggling the idea if you want to get into the medical field, take a visit here. Take a visit here and look what happens to humans, and this is what human beings do. That way you can get an idea and confirm and feel comfortable that even in the challenging days of work, there's an ultimate purpose that you're doing it for. And hopefully it's for the higher creator. Doesn't have to be Jesus, doesn't have to be any other gods. People tell you their versions of it, but to nourish and help the world. There's a lot of things that I think that this would definitely be a great place to learn to, if you're having juggling ideas of, you know, also not appreciating life so much that you feel like you should, or a career change, or you're early in life and you're just trying to think about what career direction you want to choose. Great place, because it's kind of what I'm here for, but my choices are limited. But there's so much potential in life that you can do for the greater good of a higher power. We know as human beings the basics of what God is, and it's best to stick with that. Just because I don't believe in Jesus, and many like these people that were executed and exterminated like trash, doesn't mean that we can't go and belong to eternal paradise. You know, there's good structural learning there, good structural learning in many different religions. But I have been hounded down and persecuted for most of my, last youth of my life, since I was about 27, 26, 28 years old, about what religion I need to choose and what guides me and what all those different things. Much what guided these people in the war was a firearm. But yeah. Very good record keeping that they had. A lot of this, not too many places like this, but don't understand too much of the Jewish culture, other than they make really good hummus, and don't know much of their dishes or religious beliefs. I know most of them carry beards like me, bearded men and braided sideburns. But anyway, even got this little lock of hair. Little lock of hair that I got. Trimmed this off a long time ago. A little bit of my sister's genetics and hair. So anyway, yeah, gonna leave this little here token for my father, and there you go. The son of a first class graduate college degree in 1944, and I picked up his shit.